passed away by committing suicide in January 12, 2008. My cousin Elma and his mom Dawn got really involved with a bunch of different organizations. His mom even goes and speaks around the country. It's really cool. So I finally decided I wanted to take action, so I started attending, and now I want to help educate people about suicide prevention. So I believe that we can all relate to pain. Sometimes we live with question, and sometimes we just get stuck in a moment. We get a divorce, we fail a class, we lose a job, maybe we were even abused as a child. We all wake up with mystery and beauty, but we also wake up with tragedy and loss. Millions of people live with pain, and this can and has led to a serious problem with a simple solution. There are people out there struggling with depression and addiction, which leads to suicide. Depression is a mood disorder which sadness, loss, anger, and frustration interfere with everyday life. Depression can change or distort how you see yourself, your life, and those around you. And also, people who are depressed are more likely to use alcohol, drugs, and attempt suicide. So according to the Suicide Awareness Voices of Education, many who attempt suicide don't seek professional help. Suicide also takes lives of over 30,000 Americans each year. This is not okay. This is a problem. So before my last Jay, I kind of had a weird outlook at people who commit suicide. I always thought they were selfish, even like a wrong with me. I'll say it. I was like, oh, they just want attention. But there's a reason why people do what they do. There's a reason. I want to know why. Why do people do the things that they do? There's a reason. Finally, one day it clicked. People need to feel loved. People need to have community. We were created to love and to be loved. And that is exactly what To Write Love in Our Arms provides. It is a nonprofit movement, and it's organized for finding hope and help with people suffering depression, addiction, and self-injury. The founders are Pedro and Lime. So let me take you guys to the way beginning how it all started. So if everyone could just close their eyes for a second. Renee is 19 years old. Cocaine's fresh in her system. She hasn't slept in 36 hours and won't for another 24 hours. She has a familiar blur of coke, pot, pills, and alcohol. She agreed to meet Pedro and Lion and to listen to them pray. They asked Renee to come with and to leave her broken night. She's known great pain, haunted dreams as a child, and the near constant presence of evil ever since. She has felt the touch of awful naked men. She's battled depression and addiction and even attempted suicide multiple times. Her arms remember razor blades, 50 scars that speak of self-inflicted wounds. 6 hours later, she's trapped two friends with completely opposite ideas. Everyone's asleep that night. The sun's rising and she's drinking one from a bottle of liquor. She takes the razor blade and goes to the bathroom. She cuts herself in the bathroom, using the blade to write "fuck up" large across her left forearm. She's later found in the hospital. The treatment center nurse said that she was too high at risk and she wasn't accepted in. So for the next 5 days, she's Pedro's and Ryan's to love. All I wanted was to meet her needs and to write love on her arm, to get rid of the bad word that was on her arm. Pedro and Ryan say, I've never walked this road, but I decided if we were going to run a 5-day rehab treatment, it's going to be the coolest in the country. It's going to be rock and roll. We're going to start with the basics. Lots of fun, too much Starbucks, and way too many cigarettes. So the first night of treatment, there's a name. Renee is in a balcony for a band Marina, Orlando's finest. It's an indie folk fabulous movement disguised as a circus. She had a blast. She loved them, she was smiling, she had the time of her life. The next night, she got the best seats in the Magic Beat the Sonics. Renee screamed like a lifelong fan every time they made a gong. On her way home, they stopped for coffee at Starbucks and read some books. The next day, she went to the Taste of Chaos tour in the town they were in. They weren't quite sure if they would make it in, but they made it on stage for Guys, which was her absolute favorite band. She was 10 feet away from the drummer. She was smiling constantly, and Paige said that it felt like she was healing. He was certain that there was hope. Sunday night, they went to church that morning, and then that night they had a gathering to pray for Renee. Some were strangers, but all were friends that night. A guy Ryan from her church strummed on the acoustic guitar her favorite tunes. And after church, the house filled. They had like a last-minute gathering. So a few moments before goodbye, everyone had some gift, a hug, or even a piece of encouragement. She pulled Lion aside and said, I have something to give to you. Lion smiled surprised. He was wondering what it could be. They walked through the crowd and into the living room, through the garage, and to her stuff. Renee handed Ryan her last razor blade and told him that that was the last one she used to cut herself and the last one that she used to snort her last line of cocaine 5 days before. She states, "Tonight will be the hardest night, and I should have this." So after treatment, her leg came back. She was covered in marks of madness, and she felt so happy, and she felt so free, and she felt so alive. So you guys can open your eyes now. So Renee was so lucky to have somebody like that in her life to protect her from how she felt. Did you notice how important just love and to have somebody there around you is? Unfortunately, Jay, even though we were there, we didn't see it coming. We didn't take it seriously. When someone says something, you have to take it seriously. Depression is very, very treatable. Spread Love in Our Arms has met people getting the help that they need. They have seen people sitting across the counselor for the very first time. They've even seen people stepping into treatment and reaching out to suicide hotlines during desperate moments. This is the vision that Spread Love in Our Arms wants. Their vision is to replace silence and fear. Their vision is for people to put down guns, blades, and bottles. Their vision is to restoration of broken families and broken relationships. Their vision is fighting life, finding freedom, and finding love. Their vision is to reduce suicide rate in America. So today I share with you the causes of suicide, what depression is, and a story about Renee that survived an evil disorder called depression. By donating only $100 to this organization, it will benefit to research, treatment, and awareness. Even if you guys don't pay, if there's somebody out there struggling, if there's somebody who needs someone to talk to, be that person. Be that person to take the next step. Let's change a life. Let's give people an opportunity to be happy.